Well, let's also now see more news that is coming in about Raghuram Rajan saying no to the second term. We are being joined by Rajiv Kumar, who is a senior fellow and economist with Centre of Policy Research and also member of the panel that has been selected to appoint the next RBI governor. Now, Mr. Kumar, thank you for speaking to us. According to you, now that Rajan has said no to a second term, how will it impact India's position globally? Because many of the foreign investors have been looking at Rajan as the confident image of India, an investor-friendly banker.
Well, I'm afraid I don't agree with that assessment. I hold Dr. Raghuram Rajan is the greatest to esteem, and I know I am well aware of his, professional competence and experience. I don't think the Indian economy, the Indian, or the confidence in India, or the investors' confidence in India is a person-specific one. India has emerged as one of the fastest growing economies. There is now a much greater confidence about India's resilience. So I don't think it will affect the FDI inflows or the investors' confidence in the Indian economy.
All right, Mr. Kumar, but you have a tough task cut out for you, and I understand that you do not want to get into specifics of electing the next RBI governor and suggesting that name to the government. But according to you, do you think that Rajan has left a legacy behind which will be tough for his successor to follow?
Well, again, he's leaving a fine legacy, but there have been other very good economists in the past within the RBI governor. The RBI has had a wonderful, a very remarkable pedigree. Dr. Manmohan Singh was RBI governor, Bimal Jalan was, I.G. Patel was. So there are all these outstanding economists who have been the RBI governor, but they've been followed by equally good governors who are not economists, like Vaidhi Reddy, for example.
Right.
So I think it's the institution which is important, and I don't think we should become so enamored of any person, howsoever good he might be. But I think what is important is the institution. RBI is a very fine institution. It's got the largest collection of economists under a single roof anywhere in the country. It has been doing a sterling job. So yes, the legacy is, thankfully the legacy will be very good, and I'm sure the person who follows him will live up to the country's expectations and rise to the occasion.
All right, Mr. Kumar, very last question before we let you go. Now, we've seen that kind of tussle that the North Bloc and the RBI governor always have been engaged in, at least in the past 2 terms. So do you believe now a person from within the RBI perhaps would be apt in handling the pressures that comes with this top job?
Well, any tussle between the RBI and the North Bloc or between any two government agencies is unfortunate, because they're all members of the same team. And therefore, I think the next RBI governor would do well to become a member of the government's team, because this tussle and this business of one agency opposing the other, etc., harms the national interest, because the macroeconomic policy does not remain as clear and is not formulated as quickly and in response to the emerging event as it should be. So
okay.
What I am suggesting really is that there should be a platform where all the macroeconomists, leaders of the government should come together to formulate a strategy on which they've all agreed together.
All right, Mr. Kumar, thanks for joining us and sharing your point of view. This is the first time that a panel has been formed now to now select and recommend a name to the government for the RBI top post. And Rajiv Kumar, the member of the panel exclusively speaking to India Today, has shared his point of view and given out a very crucial hint that the next RBI governor should be from within the government machinery. So perhaps you're looking at now North Bloc to suggest a name which could succeed Raghuram Rajan.